So I'm going to try and do a short but sweet video talking about serotonin and fasting. So I'm going to reference a study from 2017 and I'll put a link below. It's published online. It's on the National Library of Medicine and it follows individuals through Ramadan. Now I'm not sure whether they also measure. There are guys in the study, but I don't know if they measure all of these in the guys as well, or whether it's just the women. I need to double check, but even if it was just in the women, I still think this is a very significant find. So during Ramadan, you're effectively doing intermittent fasting because you're not eating during the day. I believe you're not also drinking water, but from all the other studies I've heard and read, um, I believe you could drink water still, as you probably should during intermittent fasting, but you can still get the benefits because all the other studies I've heard, all the other things I've read, you can still drink water during intermittent fasting. You still get all these benefits from intermittent fasting. Now, the really exciting part of the study for me is the increase of serotonin. Now, during the study, serotonin was significantly increased. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor was also significantly increased. Nerve growth factor was significantly increased, and dopamine increased, but they don't see it as significant for the study. But dopamine did also increase. Now, BDNF nearly doubled. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor, nerve growth factor went up by a lot, not as proportionally as much, and then dopamine also went up a little bit. Now, I'm focusing on serotonin because serotonin is very important for mood, it's important for learning. I mean, when there's so many people nowadays, even just on SSRIs, antidepressants, and all they're doing is effectively increasing your serotonin by keeping the serotonin in your brain for longer. So stopping they're reuptake inhibitors, so they're stopping your brain from reuptaking the serotonin, so it has a longer effect in your brain and makes you feel better. Now, they took measurements 2 days before Ramadan started, on day 14 of Ramadan, and also day 29. So, 2 days before Ramadan started, the the average the average measurement was 46.12 in nanograms per ml of serotonin. By the second test on day 14, that had gone up to 69.21, and by the third test, it had gone all the way up to 81.17. So after effectively 29 days of intermittent fasting, their serotonin went from 46 nanogram per mil to 81, which is like nearly doubling. I mean, a double would be around 92 off the top of my head, so it's a significant increase. So you can see how this could potentially increase your mood. And from intermittent fasting myself, obviously there's a good level. You don't want to go too far because you just feel terrible because you won't be getting enough energy and calories. But I definitely felt some uplifts in mood when I do intermittent fasting, and the mood increase is still there even after I've eaten because I've given myself that break and fast. So I just thought that was really interesting. I will link the study below. I think they even warn in the end of the study they don't know how these mechanisms work, so more needs to be looked into it. As I said before, I'm not sure whether there's some measurements they didn't take with the men, or I'm not sure if it's all or some, but I still think it's a really exciting study, and I think it might be worth looking into it a little bit more, and yeah, seeing how that works, you know, etc. Yeah, if this is can truly increase serotonin, this could help so many mental health issues just by trying intermittent fasting. But again, that's kind of what I'm taking from this study. It needs more review, maybe needs a bit more evidence, but I think it's a really great reference point, and I think it's a really good study.